anime, but you don't get paid and probably a foot to the ass. You better not laugh. You better bring them a cash. Right here to show you voices of the feline. Chicken police. Try to wrap this shit up. I want to see if I can. I already shot a car. I want to see if I can shoot a character. You know what I'm saying? Just to see if Featherline is, you know what I'm saying, really about that action. What's his name? Hold on. I got you. 1 second. What's his name?
I'm Santino Featherland, and this is my partner, Marty McChicken.
Santino Featherland. All right, let's see if we can close this shit out, man. Let's see where we was at most recently.
Let's see. Things got mixed up at the brothel.
Hello. What's up? Yeah, I'm fine, girl. Playing the game. Trying to beat this shit real quick. I see what you get. What's the call? Well, it's closed, so I guess it don't matter.
Natasha used to work there, that's obvious. And Ibn wanted to keep that a secret. A secret, it seems, somebody else had to pay for.
Let's see. So disconnect to this. Zip stole the wristband. He did though. Zip stole the wristband from Westwood. How they moving them around, huh? Zip killed somebody in stupid wristband is the key. What's gonna have all the heavy done?
Somebody died for that secret. Zip hid the body, but he kept the wristband.
I'm just doing I'm just throwing anything in there to forward this story, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get some complete games underneath my YouTube build. I got 3 finished so far, completely. So now who next? Okay. That's the item with another person maybe? Nope.
Who could it belong to?
Wesley's twin. That's right, Buddy got a twin. Somebody from the royal family. Ivan Wesley was just a puppet. The dead body was Ivan Wesley himself, but then who's the real killer? Ibn Wesley. Alright, Wesley. There is no dead body. The whole thing is just a hoax. This is behind the whole now.
The dead body was almost certainly Albert Wessler, a resident of an insane asylum. But why did he have to die?
You know what I'm saying? Just stashing files like a real we should. I gotta go holler at the homie. Pick his brain. He's just a gun toting. Can the chicken be managed? Let's see what's next. What's up, man? That's why I'm supposed to call the insane asylum. Hold on. Open my bag up. Where my bag at? Phone number on there. 555-966. Oh my God. 555. Well, you messed up dialing this shit. You got to start over. I got an emergency here. There's a madman on the loose.
Okay, so the picture is more or less clear. Ibn's got his brother killed because he learned Natasha worked in a brothel.
No, that could be the case, but I believe the roots go deeper than that.
Which we'd only learn if we talk to him. I mean, if the corpse isn't him, because then we'd need a medium.
Which would be exciting, but maybe it's enough if we ask the doctor who treated him.
That too, yeah. But where's the fun in that?
Didn't I just try to call these motherfuckers? Let's try it again. Get it out of turn. Was it 966? Oh my God, I fucked up. Wrong number. Ain't nobody gonna pick up. I just told myself not to fuck up, huh? 555-966. All right. What the fuck is going on here, man? I gotta keep talking to the homie. I just said I wanted to call her.
Okay, so the picture is more...
Alright.
So where exactly is this place?
A few hours' drive from here, in the middle of nowhere. It's a creepy old mansion, of course.
You think it's a good idea to go there? What if it's a trap?
I told you, you can still go back.
Huh, wouldn't you love that? No such luck, boss. If I get killed or locked up forever in an insane asylum, that's gonna be on you.
Thanks, pal. I deserve that.
Hey, man, you can get out the car anytime you want to, you know what I'm saying?
So what do you think happened to the corpse?
Probably been eaten. Horrible to think about, but even if half of what they say about the hive is true, starvation, riots, arson, predation.
You're telling me. Makes my feathers stand on end when I think about what goes on in there. And we pretend we don't know about it. As if Roachtown isn't even part of Clawville.
This won't end well. I'm afraid soon, Clawville's gonna burn once again. And because of its own foolishness.
Well, that's if another meat war doesn't break out first. 'Cause then, the whole wilderness will burn.
Lovely prospect, eh?
Either way, it was a damn clever move for Wessler to hide the body in Roachtown.
It's the only place no one will ever find it.
Like the belly of a burning ship.
Oh, I think that was an intentional red herring.
Sounds about right.
So they had us in the ship to try to burn us up. What now? Yeah, okay. Wristband is very likely the same somewhere. Okay, we know that. You still want to talk? I gotta ask you every question.
Who'd have thought? I believed that little rat. I thought he'd changed. Idiot.
There's a point when it's too late to change, Marty. His past caught up with him. Whatever he did since then doesn't matter.
Not much.
Exactly. And that's the case with us, too. That's why I won't back down. Even though a voice in my head is screaming right now, leave it all to hell and have another drink.
Maybe we should do that.
Maybe we should.
Where the bottle at? I'm good. It's New Year's. My New Year's resolution is to stop simping over my ex-wife.
Still trust her?
I never trusted her, Marty.
I mean, you believe her?
I'm sure she was honestly afraid. People
Said
don't fake it that
I
easy.
trust her when I see a
But I
fish
can
drown.
understand why she didn't tell us about
Think about
her
it.
former profession.
Or how she knows Molly.
Yeah, that too. And the death of Deborah complicated things even more.
Hey, Sonny, she didn't seduce you, right? I mean, Natasha.
Ah, don't be stupid, Monty. My old ticker hasn't been beating for a long time.
Oh my God.
Not that way, anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, all right, boss.
I'm scared of getting old. Yeah, he tired of hearing that. That boy said his heart can't handle it. His heart can't handle a woman. It's been years now. We done talking? Yeah, we are. Oh, so now he still got the little dots. I'm curious what that means.
Okay, so the picture...
All right, yeah, we already did that. Did all of these. Now, let's see. Can I call? All right. 9, 6, 6. What am I doing? Oh, shit.
You called the Let There Be Peace Forever Mental Institution
Oh,
for
my
Ill
God.
and Damaged
That don't
Minds.
sound good.
What can I do for
Ill
you,
and
sir?
damaged
Or
mind. Boy, your mind damaged.
Well, I'd like to inquire about a patient who I believe is being treated at your institution. His name is Albert Wessler.
I'm sorry, sir, but I can't give out that information if you don't have the password given to relatives. Do you have
Oh,
one?
shit.
Unfortunately, I don't have that. I'm not a relative. I'm calling from the Clawville Police Department.
That boy keeping it a
Oh,
buck.
I see. In that case, officer, I'd advise you to visit our institution personally. Our director and I would be happy to answer your
Oh,
questions.
no. Hell no.
Thank
This
you,
sound like a
miss. I
setup.
guess I'll do that.
We'll welcome you with open arms, sir.
Oh, my
Have
God.
yourself a beautiful,
Hey,
starlit
get the SWAT team ready.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
See, you tricking me. Hey, you simping already, boy. But chill out. That's how you got in this mess. Hey, man, where the fuck? Hey, bring Bertha, man. I heard it in her voice, man. The setup is in.
We have to go there.
Ah, the thought gives me goosebumps.
Nah, you want
Chicken
to.
bumps
You
aren't
ready.
good enough for you?
Ha, ha, ha.
Do some chicken. Go. Ha ha. Get Bertha, man. You got Bertha with you? That's my question for your ass now. Alright, so we got what? Open the map.
You're the best, Boobo. You finally proved useful.
Alright, man. I got the location. Make sure I got the thing on me. Oh, so we gotta talk some more, bro.
So, I get the couch?
It'd be better if I called Lewis. He'll open up a room for you to sleep in.
Whew, great idea.
That boy Lewis, the guy, man. Oh, damn, I gotta remember Lewis' number. I don't even remember it, G. They're gonna give it to me? No? They're gonna make me do this for real? Where the homie at, man? I ain't, if I was playing this straight through, where Lewis at? What was Lewis? Lewis was a rabbit. Where the homie at? Hey, it'd be fucked up if it was Lewis, man. That'd fuck me up. What the homie phone number, man? 555-932. Well, lucky the Jazz is alright. 3, 2. What up, Lewis?
Hey, Lewis, it's me again.
Oh,
I got
hello,
favors,
buddy.
man.
What's up?
Were you sleeping, pal?
Me? Oh, I wasn't. Anyway, I'm always at your
services.
Why that boy
Would you
Lewis
open
for?
up a room for Marty?
If you could.
Truly, Sonny.
Thanks, Lewis. I'm not even gonna say it.
I will. You owe me one.
I do. I fucking show the fuck do. My boy Lewis, boy, he gonna be right there. Look, no. Hey, go get your room, man. Get out of here.
Sorry for the mess, Marty. I rarely have visitors.
Don't worry about it, Sonny. I didn't expect anything else.
Like, you think
Thanks.
I'm a slob, nigga? Lewis, where you at?
It would be best to board it up. It'd go well with this rundown neighborhood.
It may be run down, but somehow I still feel like it's honest.
Sure, you could live in Cockroach Town. That's an honest place, too. Has a similar stink.
Believe me, Marty, I thought about it.
Why am I not surprised?
Boy, the straight. Ah, yeah, you show the fuck right. We gone. Farewell to my lovely.
I slept like I used to sleep years ago. Like a miner or a soldier. Empty. Dead tired. Then I saw Tessa. My darling little daughter.
What?
But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't recall her face. I reached out to her, but she just kept getting further and further away.
Then
I saw Molly. But she wasn't real. Just the ghost of a memory. I'm here, I cried. But all I heard was laughter. Not hers. Who's there? Suddenly, she appeared. Natasha. Just stood there laughing. But her eyes were cold. Then she said something. Painted red. Painted red. Painted red. That was just a dream, Sonny. Nothing more.
Boy, you look like you tired right now.
I looked at Marty and I saw the same thing in his eyes as he probably saw in mine. It's time to hit the brakes, to turn back, go home, and forget about all of this.
Man, it'd be like that.
Of course, I stepped on the gas instead.
Oh boy, you ready to die in the blaze of glory, sir.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting anything good, but this...
Ooh, just like a horror movie.
I was thinking the same.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Let's hope so.
Oh, this motherfucker looks senile. Nope, I will not. I will not talk to a resident. I got grabbed by a resident when I was a kid, man. Oh, people crying and shit. Looks like a nerd.
This picture.
It's very...
special?
Very special. Like the needs of these motherfuckers. Let's see what the view
Even
is
if you
like.
manage to escape, there's nothing but hills and forests for 100 miles.
Imagine how many poor lunatic ghosts must haunt those woods.
Ooh, Sonny, you're creeping me out.
God damn. They don't hunt it. They still there.
We should go to reception first. Let them know we're here.
Alright. That show's about to get nosy around this some bitch. Where's the reception? You want me to talk to this old ass woman?
We should check.
Ain't nobody else here but her. I don't want to. Oh, there go the nurse here, Giraffe. Oh, I'm sorry. What's up?
Of all the great
first.
wild ones.
Greetings, miss.
Is it really you?
Is it who?
Well, yes.
Yes, it really is you. The chicken police.
I'm afraid so.
Of all that's
not a
furry
good
and
thing when you
plumey,
hear us loud
that's
up on you, too.
fantastic.
That means there's some shit
Oh my
going on.
goodness.
Miss, we'd like to
excited?
ask...
Hey.
Please, don't be scared. I'm just really really excited.
I can tell.
You know, I've read every book about you and your adventures, and I even collected newspaper articles when I was a little girl.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed.
You can't imagine what an honor it is to meet you in person.
Okay.
We really...
Okay. Calm down.
God, oh God, oh God. Take a deep breath, Miranda. Take a deep breath.
You about to pass out.
Are you okay, miss?
Yes, I am. I just needed some air. So, dear detectives, Santino and Martin, what can I do for you?
Well, miss, we have some questions, if you don't mind.
I'd love to answer all of your questions, detectives.
Girl, you better go put that thing on some ice, man.
Like an angel from heaven, isn't she?
Yeah, half of her's still up there, I think.
That's rude.
Oh, boo-hoo.
That wasn't bad. Half her still up there. Ha, 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 ha.
Say, miss, what can you tell us about this place?
Our institution was standing even before the Great Meat War, and during the war, it was transformed into a military hospital. Since then, we're relentlessly working on treating injured minds under the leadership of Dr. Quetzal, the famous specialist.
The place seems pretty empty. Do many people work here?
We have 32 residents and 7 nurses, including me. We also have a 3-person maintenance and cleaning staff, and, of course, the heart and soul of our institution, Dr. Quetzal himself.
I see. Now, this Dr. Quetzal, is he the director here?
Exactly. Director, scientist, researcher, patron, and doctor. And even a friend.
Quite a guy.
He certainly is.
I don't know. You just out. All right. So, Quexler. We're looking for Quexler. Everything about Quexler. Because he the man. He should know what's going on with the Wessler. Quexler the Wessler. Ugh,
So who is this Dr. Quetzal exactly?
He's a world-famous researcher of the mind, Mr. Featherland. He published countless books in the fields of psychology and psychotherapy.
Psycho... what?
Unraveling the mind. It's the most crucial mission of the century, Mr. McChicken.
That's really good to know.
So this doctor's some celebrity, right? Does he usually meet other important persons?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Well, like Mr. Hobart Wessler, for example.
Ah, yes. That's something you should ask the doctor himself, but unfortunately, I don't think he has time right now.
He's swamped, is he?
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. He is very, very, very busy. All the time.
I
when they
thought
pay it
so.
3 times, they lying. Strange wristband. Boy, you pulling out all the stops, ain't you, sir?
What can you say about this, miss? Have you seen anything like it?
Hold on, give me a second. 1 second.
Of course. Our residents wear these for identification. But how did you come by it? They only wear them inside the institution.
They only wear them in the institution, huh?
Huh. I see.
The wristband does belong to one of our residents, but I'm afraid I'm not allowed to tell you more due to regulations.
Oh, come on, Miranda. It's us, the chicken police.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Miranda, this case is a matter of life and death.
Look at him, putting the pressure
Lives
on her.
are in your hands.
Put the pressure
All
on
right. All right. I'll do it.
her.
Albert Wessler. The patient's name is Albert Thaddeus Wessler.
Figures. Just as we thought.
Thank you, Miranda. We'll never forget this.
Please, don't make me blush. And don't tell anyone you heard it from me.
Oh, we won't. I promise.
I'm spilling the beans. No, I'm bullshit.
What can you...
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. So, should I keep talking? You gonna let me leave? That's all I really needed to know from you, but I guess all the information is crucial, huh? Life or death.
So when can we talk to Mr. Wessler?
I need to ask Dr. Quetzal. Please wait here.
Thank you.
This boy gonna be direct. Like she gone now. Okay. Now do you turn and talk to the resident? I'm scared. Fuck it, we gotta do it.
This guy seems strangely familiar to me.
I should have
You
eyeballed
don't
him first.
say.
Damn.
You've been treated here too. That would explain a lot.
Oh, don't be stupid. I'm serious. Take a closer look.
No.
Well?
No, it can't be. Are you telling me it's him? M.B. Davis himself?
I'm sure of it, pal. It seems the gossip was true. The eternal king of jazz in a madhouse.
Oh, no. The poor devil.
King of jazz. Oh my God. That hurts. That hurt my spirit a little bit. All right. What's next?
We need to let them know we're here.
She went to go get the dude. Stairs.
Dr. Quetzal will see you.
Okay.
He's waiting for you in his office. Up the stairs, all the way down the hall, until the last door.
What a surprise. It's enough to mention Wessler's name and all the doors are open.
I wouldn't want to get mixed up in this, but do you think Albert is in danger?
Danger? What do you mean?
We haven't heard from him since he disappeared, and we're really worried.
I see. We don't know yet, miss, but let's hope for the best.
Great wild ones protect him.
Great wild.
Where is he?
No idea, Marty.
The smell of all that's furry. I'll never get used to it.
Well, reptiles have a disgusting body odor, Marty, but they feel exactly the same about us.
Exactly.
Dr.
Great
Quetzal,
wild ones. You scared the hell out of me.
Lit up on
I
it.
already sensed your arrival from afar. You know, snakes have a different sense of smell. And birds used to be our prey once upon a time.
Well, yeah. Luckily, we're living in civilized times.
Lucky. Please, take a seat. How can I help you, gentlemen?
First of all, I need you to change the track. You got a gun?
Your office is rather Puritan. Simple, I mean.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, yes. I can't let my mind wander from my work. I only keep what's essential in my office.
I see. That makes sense.
They do. It actually does. You got a gun under there, buddy? You look like you're clutching something.
An isle of reason in a sea of insanity.
Insanity is such a strong word, and it's mostly an abstract idea.
What?
Where does insanity start, and how long is one not insane? Interesting questions. Am I normal, or are you? Maybe neither of us.
Nobody.
You see, that's something I think about a lot nowadays.
If you like, I can give you an appointment.
No,
Oh, this is your chance, Sonny. Don't miss it. We're already here.
Marty, clock up.
All right, okay, let's get to the business.
A snake. I can't help it, but they make my feathers stand on end.
All right, man, let's get busy.
To be honest, gentlemen, your visit is anything but a surprise. I could even say I was expecting it.
What an introduction.
Please forgive me. I have the bad habit of immediately getting into the middle of things. How very rude of me. My name is Dr. Sessuous Quetzalcoatl, but most call me Dr. Quetzal to keep it simple.
The name is Santino Featherland, and this is my partner, Martin McChicken, from
the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department. Your fame is one step ahead of you.
We're used to it.
Certainly.
We have some questions about one of your patients, if you don't mind. We'd like to talk to him, if that's possible.
Please be specific, Detective.
Look, Doctor, we're too tired to play cat and mouse. Not that snake and chicken sounds any better.
Very funny, I must say. Just what I expected from you two detectives.
We know you know it's about Albert Wessler, Ibn Wessler's secret twin. Ever since we've said his name, all the doors have miraculously opened. That's what we call a bullseye.
Well, yes. Why should I deny it? We're talking about a rather illustrious patient here, who's also a very particular medical case.
Now, that's much more interesting. So, are you willing to talk about him?
Because Albert, regrettably, has disappeared, and you are police detectives, I have no reason not to talk to you. Of course, I'm at your service, but you must understand I can't disclose information about my patients.
Not even if it's a matter of life and death?
Everything's a matter of life and death in here, Detective. This is a hospital, even if it's primarily for the mind, not the body.
Still, I'd like to give the impossible a try.
Please, Detective, just do your job, and I'll do mine.
Gotta ask the right question. So Wessler gone. I ain't whipping out the bags on him yet. You don't get the bags, do it?
I have a hard time bearing their proximity. My blood boils and my heart bangs. It's the primordial fear, they say.
Yeah, you lunch. Talk about the insane asylum. We can't talk about Wessler. We gotta talk about everything around it. So I throw him off, do the 1-2. Like, you know this? Do you know this woman? We make him comfortable and then slap him out of nowhere.
What kind of a place is this exactly? I assume it wasn't built as an insane asylum.
It used to be a mansion. Construction started during the occupation in 622. Then it stood empty for almost a century, until finally it went to the crown of Clawville when Hector's great-grandfather took the throne. The rest is history.
How long have you been working here?
I've worked here for more than 30 years, but it's been in my family's possession for almost 150 years.
So if I count correctly, as soon as it went to the crown, it was seized by your family.
That's almost accurate, Mr. Featherland.
What a lovely inheritance. Tell me, Doctor, do you know Madame Zavas?
Just like everybody else, I've heard of her, but I never had the pleasure of meeting her in person. I'm sure she's an interesting case.
Oh, you can be sure about that. I'd gladly get you two together if I had the chance. A spare cell would suit her very much.
Is that so?
As it turns out, she likes small, narrow, secret places.
Oh, I see. What a coincidence.
So actually, I guess we do gotta ask.
How long was Albert a resident of the
I
institution?
can't tell you.
For quite some time, his first symptoms surfaced in his teens. Depression, panic attacks, and schizophrenia.
Was he brought here immediately after the first signs that something wasn't right?
You know, the biggest problem with an opinion on insanity is that animals are ashamed of it. That's the reason our institution stands out here in the middle of nowhere.
Because animals would rather hide what they're afraid to face.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
As far as I know, the Wessler family wasn't exceptionally wealthy.
Indeed, they were rather poor, but we offer our services gratis.
Then how do you sustain yourselves?
By the grace of the treasury of King Hector III, of course.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
My family and the royal dynasty had always been on good terms, Mr. Santino.
All right, now it's time to whip out the badge on him. Let's whip the badge out.
Dr. Quetzal's a real mystery. But I can turn that to my advantage. I just need to focus on the strangest pieces of the puzzle.
The strangest pieces. First of all, he's strange. Let's get that established.
So when did Albert become a resident of your institute?
Albert and Hobart, or Ibn as you call him, arrived here almost exactly 4 years ago.
Could you describe that day more specifically?
It was not long after New Year's Eve, maybe the first week of the year, if I'm not mistaken. It was sleeting that day. Wind was banging incessantly on the windows. The power was going out for short periods of time.
What was your first impression of them?
I already knew the Wessler name. I knew who they were. Or at least I knew one of them, Hobart Wessler. He was famous. Gangster, moneylender, celebrity, lover.
And Albert?
He was new to me, an invisible gray ghost. The family had tried to keep his existence a secret.
Oh my! You
Why?
S's, man.
Because they were ashamed of him, of course, Mr. Featherland. That's how it usually is.
What was your first impression of him?
He was silent, but observed everything that surrounded him. His eyes were constantly moving, never stopped for a second.
Was he afraid?
I wouldn't say so. It seemed to me that he wanted to move into our institution voluntarily. It looked as if he couldn't wait to be here, alone, locked up in silence and darkness.
Didn't you think of that as unusual?
Of course I did, but who am I to judge? It was rather special treatment.
What kind of special treatment did Albert get?
You know, if an institution like ours has to accept a Wessler as a guest, there's bound to be some favoritism.
And complete secrecy, I guess.
Yes, but that's the case for all our patients, Mr. Featherland.
Of course. So in what way did he receive more than the others?
Basically, we don't admit anyone into our institution without a complete and thorough prior assessment. In the case of Albert, we put that aside.
So you didn't even know if he had anything wrong with him?
Evaluated.
Initially, no. He was more of a guest than a patient.
How did Albert relate to you? What the fuck? Do you think he was threatened? Was a threat to others? That's a decent question. You got some real crazy motherfuckers walking around here. They ain't gonna care that he ain't crazy. Head on. They gonna notice he ain't crazy. To start some shit like, you ain't supposed to be here. How did Albert? Let me ask that one.
Do you think he was a threat to others?
He didn't seem like that at first. He was fragile, frail, overwrought. I would have labeled him as a threat to himself, but not to others.
And later, when you came to know him better?
Albert had certain seizures. We found that out quite soon in that surprisingly cold winter. During those times, his personality distorted. He became almost someone else entirely, almost unrecognizable.
Let's stay on the money. Are you telling me Albert had multiple personalities? Yeah, that's what he pretty much.
Are you telling me Albert had multiple personalities?
We found out very quickly that there was no other reason for the cause of his seizures. He had a cold and calculating personality who sometimes, especially on stormy days, took the reins over their shared mind.
He had these seizures from the beginning.
Yes, Mr. Featherland, but they started to intensify after Albert left our institution for the first time.
So we got a problem with thunderstorms. Started 10. testify after Albert left our institution.
He did what? Left the institution? More than once?
Oh, yes, Mr. Featherland. Albert left the institution on several occasions until the last time, when he failed to come back.
Quetzal's not only very observant, but he's addicted to details. I must focus on that if I want to get closer to the truth. Focus. Addicted to details.
Addicted to details, okay. How could you let Albert leave this place? You're keeping some things from me. Am I right? When and why did Albert leave the institution for the first time so Albert could just walk in and out? It says stick to the details. Let's see. Not only observing, but he's addicted to details. Of course he is. He said he can't talk about everything. The first time did he leave the institution for the first time? That's a detailed date.
When and why did Albert leave the institution for the first time?
It was about 2 years ago. Mr. Hobart Wessler appeared and demanded we let his brother go free. Naturally, we obliged. We had no idea if we'd ever see him again.
But you did.
He returned the same day. Albert was ecstatic. He was unrestrained. I could almost say happy.
That was unusual for him?
I had never seen him like that before, Mr. Featherland. He just smiled and stared at the empty wall for hours.
Did he ever tell you what happened to him outside?
Of course he did. Albert and I had a good relationship. He was working on a painting for his brother.
Was it a painting of a lovely lady cat?
Oh, exactly. So you already knew about that.
Yes, Dr. Quetzal, I've seen it.
So what did he... His brother went... That's his brother woman right there. I guess he went mad and crazy. She know the secret. So they went and hid him, and then she was like, I'm going to tell everybody if you don't break me off. So he is the secret. And I guess he kept breaking out. And I guess this time he put him in the dirt. So Albert left. So Albert left on many occasions to come working on his painting. What the fuck is that? Did Albert tell you about his relationship with his brother? Did Albert tell you how he felt about the painting? Asked about Natasha, that's a good question. So I think I got it lined up. So he was madly in love with the girl. And she was like, get your brother away from me, and I'm going to tell everybody he crazy if you don't break me out.
Did Albert tell you how he felt about the painting?
From the first moment, he loved it. He was fascinated by it. But who could blame him? A little diversity, fresh air, a beautiful lady, and of course, on top of all that, he could finally do what he loved best, paint.
Which could be a surprisingly effective therapy.
It could have been.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, these excursions have greatly intensified his seizures. They have become more frequent and extreme.
Good question. Pay me. So Albert left on... I have no choice.
So Albert left on many occasions to continue working on the painting.
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. Every time he came back, he was like a different person. But unfortunately, his seizures also multiplied and became more dangerous.
More dangerous.
Albert was hurting himself. And on one occasion, he even tried to hurt me. It was unprecedented. It seemed his confined personality was taking over their shared mind entirely, piece by piece.
Do you think the painting caused it?
Not the painting, Mr. Featherland.
The thought of the cat.
But its subject.
Exactly. He was obsessed. Right until that fateful day when he returned to us for the last time.
What exactly happened that day, Doctor?
It wasn't Hobart who brought his brother back that day, but two of his gorillas. Not literally, I mean. And Albert was in a terrible, terrible state.
What happened to him?
I don't like to talk about that, Mr. Featherland.
It could be vital to the case, Dr. Quetzal. Don't back down.
Oh, you're right. There's no use turning back now.
Yeah, you already said too much.
So, Albert's tongue was torn out, or cut off, I don't know exactly. And he was blinded in one eye. Or rather, one of his eyes was missing entirely.
So you're saying Albert was brought back horribly mutilated?
Yes. And they didn't give any explanation as to what had happened. They simply told me it was some kind of accident.
Dr. Quetzal is cold and professional, but he's also very confused. Maybe it's cruel, but I must exploit his vulnerability if I want to learn everything about Albert. Focus, confused.
Maybe it's not easy for you to talk about it, but did you examine his wounds thoroughly? You do like the details, don't you? You didn't believe Albert had an accident, is that right? The two fellas that brought Albert back, because you described them, I already know who it is. Mr. Motherfucking Ram. And I forgot the other one. The other one was less impressionable.
The two fellas who brought Albert back, could you describe them?
Those two fellas, as you put it, were two remarkably huge, rude men.
A ram and a bobcat, perhaps?
No, one of them was a tiger, if I remember correctly. He had a rather fresh bump under his left eye, and the other one was a penguin. But I've never seen a penguin that big in my entire life.
Did they tell you anything besides it was an accident?
They didn't say anything, but gave an obvious signal that I had to keep quiet about what happened.
I see.
Get that head slapped. -5, that's a bad question. What is there?
Pull yourself together, Doctor. What was Albert's condition after the
My
incident?
bad, man. I asked you a wrong
Mind
question.
your tone, detective.
Sorry, Doc. I can see you're disturbed by these memories.
How could I not be? I'm not a monster. We're talking about a mutilated animal here.
So, what was he like after the incident?
Even more silent than ever. No surprise, I suppose. He was not only silent in words, but also in his soul and spirit.
What do you mean by that?
He never painted anything again, and his seizures completely stopped.
The fuck? Got another negative. I'm just fucking up, huh? All right.
What happened then? How did Albert disappear?
A few weeks later, Hobart came to visit Albert one more time. Albert had been in terrible condition by then. We even had to transfer him to another cell, a more safe one.
What did Hobart do during the visit?
He didn't do anything. He just sat and watched his brother, who was in an almost vegetative state by then.
Couldn't you manage to draw anything out of him? You or Hobart?
Nothing. For a while, he was trying to signal something. Perhaps he was too afraid. And most likely his fingers had been broken too, so he couldn't even write.
Do you think Hobart could have killed Albert?
It's horrible to say it, but I'm sure of it.
How did he disappear in the end? Did someone come for him?
Vegetated state.
That's what's most eerie about it all, Mr. Featherland. He simply disappeared. His door, which only I had a key for, was open.
Did anyone see anything?
No one. We interrogated the staff, even the patients. He simply vanished off the face of the wilderness. We don't know what happened to him.
Unfortunately, I have a hunch. Thank you, Doctor. You've been a great help.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could be of help. But please, I now must attend to my work.
We understand, Doctor.
We done
Thank
with you. Talking like you done with us. We done with you. Thank you, chicken police, boy. That boy done gave up everything. Decent cop. All right, but you know what I'm saying? You take care. Take care.
Why
Take it
did you
easy,
keep
man.
that?
I gotta talk to you some more. Nope.
I have a
Nope. Okay.
Is this cell?
I would rather call it a room. But yes, it's like all the others, except there are even bigger ones than this.
All right, sir. Thank you for your hospitality.
That's quite shocking information.
I think you understand why we kept it a secret. If it wasn't for Mr. Wessler's demand, we'd never let any of our patients walk freely outside our institution.
Then the accident happened.
Accident? Ha! We didn't believe it, not for a second. After Albert came back to us, horribly mutilated, he was different.
Different how?
Changed him,
If
goddammit.
someone got one of his eyes poked out and his tongue torn out, he'd be different, but not like this. Albert was a different person.
We believe you, Doctor. So, can we take a look at Albert's cell?
I'd rather call it his room. Mr. Wessler lived in exceptional circumstances.
Thanks to the Wessler name, I guess.
Yes. Well, we try to make all of our patients stay as comfortable as possible, but Albert certainly enjoyed special favoritism.
I hope you don't mind if we take a look around in there.
That's not going to bother anyone.
You and these
Well, that's surprising.
I've never seen a cell like this before, that's for sure. I wouldn't mind living here myself.
It seems that being a Wessler gets you privileges.
And a healthy dose of danger.
Mostly that, yeah. Let's take a good look around. I'm sure we'll find some answers here. I can almost smell them.
Well, I smell paint, ink, plaster, some kind of oil, aging paper, slight smell of rat, and great expectations.
What the dickens?
Unmistakable. Yeah.
This place is bad for you, pal. But if you've already jump-started your beak holes, then sniff out the solution.
I'm on it, Boss Bird.
See what we got here. Fancy bed, painting, little window. This what exceptional living look like. For a handful of waffles. They said that boy be painting, right?
The style. It's very familiar to me.
The goddamn what's the
You've
name?
been lonely for far too long, huh?
Not funny, Marty.
Cat house. Or
It is, a little.
the brothel. Yeah. It's giving off the brothel vibe. Got over here on the desk, boy. Albert's letters. Yeah, we going through your mail.
Identical twins. And looking at it, they may have easily loved the same woman.
Oh, he probably been
2
swapping
men
out.
and 1 woman. Nothing good ever comes of that.
I think that's the issue.
Well,
like I said,
I wouldn't
shit.
say that exactly.
Of
What?
all the wild ones, Marty, please, stitch up your beak, okay?
Hell nah.
Just
boy.
use your imagination, old bird.
No, you're a little too progressive, sir. Down. Let's see, Albert's letter. I think that's the issue.
Scribbles, newspaper articles, study papers, poems, perfect chaos.
Just like the troubled mind of a troubled fella.
Yeah, but there's still a kind of order in it. It's just too intricate for you to comprehend.
If you say so, boss.
One of them went crazy. See, it could be a swap. It's a few ways this can play out.
Look at that, a letter.
He's in here yelling and shit. Hey, y'all calm that down. What you got in that bag? Some evidence. What we got here? I know I don't exist. I don't exist because you don't see me. But I am not what you think I am. You don't think about me, do you? Never. No. I think of you. Every day, every minute, always. Oh my God. In my dreams. I have become one with him. One soul. You know who I am thinking about, right? You know who I'm thinking about, right? Can you feel it? Can you feel that? I'm there too, with you. Do you feel that? Do you feel it? Right? Oh my God, this man's insane. I can't hold it in myself for long. Forgive me, please. I'm sorry, but I can't help it. The world is crashing down. The whole world is just rotting and rotting. Everything is rotting around me. I have to get out of here to become one with my destiny and one with you. Forgive me.
Albert was madly in love with Natasha and would have done anything for her. I'm afraid he did exactly that.
Yeah, I know it. That boy Albert, you feel me?
Identical twins. And looking at it, they may have easily loved the same woman.
Mm-hmm. Sad, man.
What do you make of this?
That's all we need,
Apart
right?
from the fact the guy was totally insane? I don't know. What should I?
That maybe we've been chasing the wrong person all this time, Marty.
What do you mean?
Everything will be revealed soon.
Why do you have to be so melodramatic all of a sudden?
If I'm right, this'll flip the whole case upside down.
What's that, Sonny? A blurb from some horrible novel?
I just have to think things through before I come to any hasty conclusions, Marty.
Ugh, you're killing me. So, what now? Where to?
Back to Clawville, where we can finally put all the pieces together.
You're driving me crazy. But all right,
We
let's
already
go home.
I got it figured out. I figured it out, man. I'm out of here, boy. I ain't about to talk to you for what? I already know what's going on. You can't add to this. Pulling back up to the crib.
Oh, I don't believe this. Those two again?
Take them out. My car won't last much longer.
Don't worry, Sonny. I was born to do this.
Oh, yeah. I know, right? Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me show them I ain't playing first. Yeah, I hit the driver. Because I'm a motherfucking shooter. Gotta let y'all know that. I wanted to retry it anyway.
Concentrate, Marty, for the God's sake.
Can you drive like you're not a fucking lunatic?
Shut up and shoot, you big feather pillow.
I'm doing my job. Maybe I'm not. Let me just shoot him in the face, bruh. I can get this shit over with quick.
Are you blind or what? Where did you learn to shoot?
I died. Okay.
Concentrate, Marty, for the God's sake.
Can you drive like you're not a fucking lunatic?
Shut up and shoot, you big feather pillow.
Oh, this motherfucker try to slide on me.
Are you blind or what? Where did you learn to shoot?
What you mean? I could finish this, but you don't want no bodies. Bodies are bad for business, right? Where you going? Get out of here. Heading back to the crib.
Well, that was close.
A little too close for my taste. And it only strengthens my belief. Wessler is desperate. He knows if we survive, he's done for.
Well, come on, what did you work out? Will you tell me already?
Sure. Let's put the picture together, piece by piece. Let's start from the beginning. So, we got a case.
Right. Oh, okay. What about him? No. Photo? Where the photo at? Where the letter? No. Okay. Right here, the photo. Oh, all right. No, that's not it. Okay. The board. Nope. All right, so it got to be one of these. What is this? What? What my gun got to do with this? Nothing. What? A painting piece. Got someone to find the painting piece for. Oh, that wasn't it. Tasha needed to destroy the painting to Highwood Albert. Happened to Albert Westler. Tasha tried to show the painting. effect.
Natasha tried to show us the painting.
Alright, and it's about the twin Westlers, right? Yeah, boy. Natasha.
And that painting would have shown us the way.
The secret hideout of Albert Wesley. We couldn't find it. The corpse of Albert Wesley's brother, which is obviously gone thanks to Zip, to the asylum where we could find out that Ibn killed Albert because he knew about the painting.
To Ibn and Albert Wessler. Albert painted Natasha, so he met her on more than one occasion.
Right, with the letter? No? Deborah. No. Fatal love. Fatal love. Fatal love.
Which made Albert
get from the asylum to live as a madman in the dark. No. Fall in love with Natasha. And on a fatal night, he killed his brother so he could take the place in secret.
Fall in love with
right
Natasha.
There, boy. I did not
and on a fateful night, he killed his brother so he could take his place in secret and win Natasha's heart.
Ripped out he couldn't kill him, so he just ripped out his tongue and one of his eyes and swapped him out. That's fucked up. So he can't even say, I'm Albert Wessler. I'm Hobart. You feel me?
So what happens now?
Ibn.
The inevitable, Marty. We're going to the Wessler mansion to confront Ibn with the facts.
You mean Albert, right?
Yeah, exactly. And of course, Natasha.
Do you think she knew about it?
Something stinks, Marty. The whole case seems too intricate.
Too many coincidences, right?
Well, after 10 years, you did learn something, didn't you?
9.
You're right.
Huh.
What?
You just laughed, Sonny.
What? No, I snorted.
No, you laughed.
Just leave it, Marty.
I'll be telling this to my grandchicks.
All right, pal, that's enough.
Okay. So, Albert fell madly in love with Natasha and decided to have her for himself.
And his best chance was to trade places with Ibn Wessler.
So that's why the torn-out tongue.
Yeah, Ibn couldn't squeal even if he wanted to.
Exactly.
What a diabolical plan.
More like insane.
But why the messages then? Why the threats? Albert got what he wanted. He could have got away with it.
I'm not a psychologist, Marty, but remember what the doctor told us. Albert has a seriously injured mind and a split personality. I think his two identities were at war with each other.
So the messages were written by one of his personalities, consumed by jealousy?
Something like that, Marty. But we can only learn the whole truth from him.
Like they was getting married.
You're right. So, are we going or what?
We're going, Marty, to finally finish what we started.
Well, if there's anything you'd like to do before, do it now, boss. You won't have a chance later.
You're right, Marty. It's time to wrap everything up.
Oh, no, but I'm ready to hit the scene. Oh, no, not yet. You know I got to talk to the homie, bud. I got to tell him. Deadshot. What the fuck is that? I ain't got to go to the crib. Lewis, man. You the
Lewis
recruiter.
became kind of part of the team in the end, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
You mean Leopold?
God damn it. Did I mess that up again?
No, I'm just joking. You said it right this time.
Huh.
That boy Lewis, man. You was a real
Hey, Lewis.
G.
You weren't awake all night because of us, were you?
I've never been this excited, Sonny. Seriously, it is a great honor to be part of the team. What is it?
You, Lewis. You don't stutter anymore.
What?
Just now, you didn't stutter. Not even a little.
Oh. I must be exhausted. It happens sometimes.
And it's back.
Hey,
So,
hey.
thanks again,
you,
Louis.
Well, you was a
You
real
always
boy.
get us out of trouble.
Come on, boys. Don't even mention it. It is me who is grateful to be a part of an adventure of the chicken police.
Maybe the last one, too.
Hey, Sonny. Don't spoil his mood. He's so cute.
Pardon?
Nothing.
Yeah, boy, he a gangster, boy. You tripping? Don't talk to Louis like that, boy. Is you ready, boy?
It hurts even to think about it. But without this feather duster, it wouldn't have worked.
All right, boy. Is you
Look,
ready?
Sonny, I think if we go now, there's no turning back. Not today, at least. So, are you ready?
I'm still thinking about it, Marty.
New location. Oh, this the Hood Speed Run, boy. Check the trunk.
I see we're ready.
You'll need
Yeah,
a
we
shotgun
ready.
for this kind of deal, Marty. Maybe even that won't be enough.
Nothing to fear while Bertha's here.
You feel
Even
me?
less
Pull
because
Bertha out.
you're here too with Mr. Sinclair, of course.
Should I cry?
That would be nice for a change.
Pull Bertha out, man. Don't give me
It's
that
a
thing,
little
gang.
outdated, but I understand why you're so attached to it.
It can pierce the skin of a rhino, Marty, and the rust brings back memories. I'm a man of bad habits.
You know, sometimes I feel like I'm one of your bad habits.
Rest assured, Marty, you are.
All right, man. Well, let's get busy, man. We got the facts. We got the facts, man. How's this gonna
The
close
sun
out?
was shining, and all the ducks were in a row.
Quack,
I
quack.
felt ready. The pieces of the grand puzzle were laid out on the table. I just needed to piece them all together. A revealing glance or a careless word, and I'd have the answer. I knew we were in the right place. I knew it was nearly over. Was Natasha really just a victim? Or did she know everything? Was she controlling the puppets from behind the curtain? Well, if you don't know where to go, go straight ahead.
You know,
What could possibly go wrong?
everything but fucking. You know, it be like that sometimes.
Here I am, Natasha. I hope you're waiting for me.
You know, listen to the music, bud. This is change of scenery. Like, boy, we don't do none of that nonsense up here, boy. All that nonsense go down to Clawville. Don't bring that bullshit up here.
Furry gods. I knew he was rich, but
Following.
wow.
Half the city is in his hands, Marty, and half the Council of 12.
I
You
think
got
we'll
fish.
catch a big fish today.
Don't count your chickens. I'm sure Wessler's expecting us, and Natasha too.
I'm sure
I
you'll be
hope.
in a pit.
You
a pit
hope?
somewhere.
If I'm right, she could be our only chance of survival.
Lovely prospects, huh?
I've had
Nope.
worse.
Really?
You're gonna be shocked when y'all come to find out she came up with the plane. Rat King. The fuck? What, we got a greenhouse, all this. Here, let's go get in here.
Hey,
Oh.
not so fast, chickens. Please excuse my partner. He didn't mean to be rude, it's just his terrible habits, as you may already know.
Yeah, I'll talk to you, Archibald. I'll just walk in. Nah, I ain't talking to you, Javer. You can kiss my ass, Jack.
Not as long as I'm here, boys.
We'll see about that, furball.
Pull out Bertha, man. Get these motherfuckers up out of here.
Look who's here.
What a surprise. Our biggest fans.
What do you think? Should we give them our autographs?
You just whip out Bertha and tell them
look
to
what the
get
cat
down.
dragged in.
Funny, I don't recognize them.
Well, maybe if they had some guns with them? Tommy guns?
Oh yeah, now I remember. The two suckers in the luxury van you shot to pieces. Twice.
Exactly.
What are you doing here, chickens? Would you like us to finish what we started?
We'd love to have fun with you boys, but we need to talk to your boss. And while we're at it, the lady of the house is also expecting us.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's so horny.
In that case, I guess there's no reason for us to waste your precious time. Isn't that right, Gabriel?
Get the hell out of our sight while there are still feathers on your skin, chickens.
Easy, pal. We're not even here anymore. Until next time, boys.
Slid by you talking shit.
This must lead to Wessler and Natasha's suite.
Let's get the big guns out and kick the door down.
No need for that, Marty. We'll wait until they invite us in, like real gentlemen. Then maybe we'll need the guns. But I hope it won't come to that.
Oh, my trigger finger's itching, Sonny. Someone's gotta pay.
Problem, sir.
Relax, Marty. Someone is gonna pay. Tonight.
Yeah, just don't let it be us.
We gotta wait. We gotta wait for him to come down. So why not shoot the shit, huh? Matter of fact, you don't cooperate.
It's like the vegetation's trying to suffocate these beautiful walls.
Maybe it will. Maybe in 100 years, nothing will be here but plants. An endless, planet-sized jungle.
That's quite a dark thought.
Yeah, it is.
Is
Huh. I wasn't expecting to see Olivia here.
She's real close to Wessler.
Yeah, she gotta be.
But how much does she know?
Much more than me, I guess.
That wouldn't be hard.
Ah, what a pleasant surprise. Hello, Olivia. Sweetie.
Get lost.
What did you say, ma'am?
Turn around and get the hell out of here now, if you want to make it out with feathers intact.
Come on, Olivia. Don't worry about us. We know what we're doing.
Martin!
Huh?
Don't you get it? You have to get out of here or you'll be in danger, and also her.
You mean Natasha? Please calm down, miss. We have to talk to Mr. Wessler and Miss Katsenko.
You really don't understand, do you?
Oh, here she comes.
What do they not understand, Olivia?
You talking, bitch?
So, what is it exactly that our guests don't understand?
I was trying to tell the detectives that Mr. Wessler's very tired and doesn't welcome guests this early. He gets rather irate if he's being disturbed at this hour.
I'm sure Mr. Featherland and Mr. McChicken can wait here while Ibn refreshes himself. I'll entertain them until then.
Thank you, Miss Katsenko.
Please, Sonny. I thought we've already discussed this. Call me Natasha.
Please, Natasha, can we talk to you in private?
Martin?
It's all right, Olivia. These gentlemen are my friends.
Yes,
So you do
Miss
remember
Katsenko.
me. You remember Martin. Ha-ha, walking past you now.
The truth is...
Excuse me for
Oh,
making you
damn.
wait, detectives. Excuse me for making you wait, detectives. I'm having a rough morning after a long night.
Is that so? Our night was also kinda long.
To put it mildly.
I was just telling the gentlemen that you were exhausted, my dear, and they should come back another time. I'll escort them out.
Oh, honey, no need for that. My door's always open to the legendary chicken police. Please, come on in, guys. Let's talk in my room.
Then this way, please.
You just stay here, my darling. I'm sure our conversation will bore you to death. Please, go and refresh yourself, or tell Olivia to go make some coffee.
Yes, dear. Whatever you like.
Please,
What kind of
follow me,
cooperation
gents.
you need right there?
Lead on, Wessler. So long, sweetheart.
Goodbye.
Going upstairs. What's up, man? It's missing the corner.
This painting.
It's beautiful and rather provocative. Almost makes my comb stand up.
I'm not surprised.
But the corner is missing.
You're right, Sonny. You're quite the observer.
Well, yeah, this painting's unfortunately damaged. I don't know where the missing piece could be.
You don't know? Well, if you're interested, we know exactly where it is.
Really?
Really. It's here with us.
An insignificant little piece, isn't it? But there's an exciting cat scratch on it.
More like a rat scratch, because it's a monogram.
A.W.
That's...
Albert Wessler. He's a great painter. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Enough! Out with it already. What are you trying to say? I have no time for your childish charades.
Easy, Wessler. We'll get to that in a bit. It's unbelievable how much trouble one single painting can make.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean, Detective.
I'll make it clear for you soon enough. Be patient, Mr. Wessler.
Alright, so that's one thing down there. Anything else? You got it. Farewell from Fowls. The chicken police story, huh? Pricey bed. Nobody give a fuck about this nigga 340,000 couch sheets that probably feel like butter. Nigga baller, look at it.
Interesting. Now that I know who he really is, he doesn't even resemble Ibn Wessler.
So, what do you want to know? I've heard you've been through a rather eventful few days.
Oh, you have rather good informants.
Yeah, that's true. I should tell you, I see and hear everything that happens in the city. And you are exceptionally resilient. No offense.
None taken. But tell me, are we going to flatter each other for a long time, or are we finally done with the courting?
Straight to the point. I like it. Yeah, so let's continue like that, shall we? What do you want? How dare you intrude upon me in my own house?
Oh, forgive us. Our moral compass has been confused a little bit after someone tried to kill us several times in the last 48 hours. With fire, with machine guns. I could go on.
And while we're at it, you could answer some of our questions. If you've nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear.
And then we'll just leave you alone.
All right. I'll go along with your childish little game.
Whip the
I would have
badge
had a
out
long
on
and
it.
tedious day ahead of me anyway. So, can we start?
With pleasure, Mr. Wessler.
Here we go. Oh, damn. Nope. No badge yet. Okay. Piece of the painting, photo with Wes. Hey, let's hit him in the mouth.
This picture, it's rather strange, you know?
Why do you think so? It's just me, Natasha, and my brother.
The photo doesn't tell much in itself, yes. But if you already have the right information, suddenly it starts to talk.
Really?
He fell in love with her, didn't he?
Who'd you mean?
Albert, of course. He fell in love with Natasha. All those sessions while he was painting the pictures. Were you there every time?
You mean, me?
You.
No. I mean, while Albert was painting, yeah, but I wasn't there all the time. Albert was there, all along.
And do you think he could have fallen in love with Natasha? That's why he escaped? What do you think happened to him? Who tore out his tongue?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Did Natasha know about what happened to your brother?
No, of course not.
Do you love beautiful things, Wessler?
Why do you ask that? Yeah, of course.
You were afraid of losing her, weren't you? To him.
Stop. Enough. If you want to ask something, ask clearly. Don't play with me. You understand?
We're just doing our job.
Then do it clearly. And quickly. Yeah, I'm really starting to lose my patience.
You're gonna make him have a seizure. He gets violent when he has his seizure. I'm gonna hit him with the fofo.
About the painting.
Yeah. My brother Albert made it. He's a great talent, but, still, he's a rather troubled individual.
Such self-criticism.
What did you say?
My partner means that you and your brother are very much alike. Identical twins, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed. But, what does that have to do with the painting?
We'll get to that. Don't worry, Mr. Wessler. So Albert made the painting at your request, is that right? And the one that's in Natasha's room in the Tsar, too.
Yeah, exactly. Is that a crime?
No, it's not a crime in itself. I have no idea what she sees in you, but Natasha's been seriously worried about you.
Yeah, she, really worries more than usual, but it's understandable. Those disgusting messages.
Disgusting, all right. Do you know why that word exactly? Why did they write that specific word everywhere?
Since you've been to the Nile, I guess you know the answer to your question.
Didn't it bother you, Wessler? What Natasha used to do? Surely it must have upset you.
Fragile ego.
Did it upset you when you discovered your wife did the same thing?
What did you just say?
What did you think, chicken? That I didn't know? Yeah, don't make me laugh. I know about everyone who ever set foot in that place. I can even tell you who Molly's regulars were, if you're interested.
You son of a bitch.
Sonny, don't.
Yes, detective?
Not yet.
You're right, Marty. It's not worth it.
You're funny, you know that?
Here go the letter.
We visited Albert's cell and found something he seems to have forgotten to take with him in his great hurry.
Motherfucking music.
That's a big mistake.
A classic, even.
What the hell are you babbling about?
This is Albert Wessler's love letter to Natasha.
More like a confession.
In which he tells her he's capable of doing anything for her, even the most horrible things.
Yeah, this letter doesn't prove anything at all. Albert is mad. Insane. He's not normal. No one would believe his word, don't you understand?
But they believe yours, right? Because you're not Albert Wessler. You're Hobart Ibn Wessler, aren't you? How good it feels to be in his skin.
How dare you?
Just tell him, Sonny. I'm getting tired of this.
You're just a cheap fake, Albert. You couldn't follow in your brother's footsteps even if you wanted to. No matter how hard you tried, you couldn't get Natasha either. Am I right?
What? What did you just say?
She hates you, doesn't she? She doesn't know. She doesn't understand why. But she hates you. It's instinctive.
Yeah, what do you know? What could you possibly know about suffering and loneliness and the darkness? What could you know about hate, huh?
Like, he ready now. This motherfucker buttered up. Buttered up popcorn. Oh, he pulled out the yank. You better give me a chance. You better not play me.
Albert is an imposter. He's not who he says he is, and might not even know who he really is. I have to concentrate on this first, to soften him up, and to avoid us being shot in the gizzard, of course.
In the gizzard. Kansas City, we fuck with gizzards, man. I ain't even sure what it is. He done upped the banger on me.
What were you thinking, Albert? How long did you think you could keep it up?
Until the end of my life, if needs. Yeah, I cared about nothing except for her to love me. Not for who Ibn was, but for who I am.
Why did you think that would happen? Everybody noticed the change.
Yeah, I knew it would be hard, Santino. But I also knew animals see what they want to see. I didn't have to behave like Ibn. They only had to believe I'm him.
God damn. Made it to the climax. Why did you decide to take your brother's place? You wanted to wrap everyone around your dirty little fingers, didn't you? Nah. This nigga said he didn't give a fuck about these motherfuckers. He's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. You crazy.
Why did you decide to take your brother's place?
Yeah, as you're curious, from the moment I laid eyes on Natasha for the first time. But I had to convince myself that this was the only way.
You've never talked about your feelings for Natasha with your brother, am I right?
Are you insane? Yeah, Ibn would have had me killed immediately. And no one would ever know.
So instead, you've done the same thing, haven't
Right.
you? What a comfortable excuse.
Comfortable? Do you think all of this was just some kind of cruel game for me? I had to destroy the person I loved and respected the most.
Cry me a river.
Right.
You know, there's only a thin, fragile membrane between love and hate. If anything touches it, it tears immediately. You felt like this before, haven't you? Yeah, I can see it in your eyes.
You can analyze me until the sun goes down, Wessler, but you won't get far with that.
Yeah, evasive answer. So I'm right.
That was a little, you know what I'm saying, a little game in there. Did you ever believe that did you ever believe it? Why did you have to mutilate him? Why did you kill him? Because we all know, so he can't talk, but fuck it.
Why did you have to mutilate Ibn? Why didn't you just kill him immediately?
That's an interesting question, you see, but the answer is exceptionally simple. No matter how strange it is for you to understand, I loved my brother.
Weird way of showing you
kill
love,
him, though.
Albert.
You can't understand that. He was my everything, the only one who was close to me. Until I met Natasha.
She took your brother's place pretty quickly, didn't she? There's not much room in your heart, as I see it.
Yeah, you're understanding the situation, Detective, but you know, very well it's not that simple. Ibn was my brother. I loved him despite all of his flaws and foul, petty
That's why I couldn't
lies.
kill him, like I said.
That's why I couldn't kill him.
Not immediately, you mean?
Unfortunately, tearing out his tongue wasn't enough. Yeah, I must admit I've underestimated him.
And poking out his eye?
Oh, that was just an accident, Mr. Featherland.
Just an accident? You're a dirty, clucking son of a vermin, Albert.
Please, don't be vulgar, Sonny. It's too dangerous in your current situation, and doesn't even suit you.
-10, fuck. I thought that was a good question. Does it make you happy to control others, Albert? So you feel you're two people at the same time even now? Did you enjoy tearing out your own brother's tongue? How did it feel? What we want to talk about? Shit. They might not even know who he really is. Okay, so poke at the fact that he don't know who he is.
So you feel you're two people at the same time, even now?
Does it sound crazy? Maybe it is. But Ibn lives inside me. Sometimes he's even stronger than Albert ever was.
Do you think you can avoid the gas chamber with this, Albert?
I don't have to avoid anything, Sonny. You and your friend, will never leave this place. It's better if you start getting used to the thought.
You're not the cold-blooded killer you'd like to think you are.
Yeah, do you think so? Try me, Detective.
Bertha, no? Alright. See, +10, that's a good question. What would you have done if Natasha found out what? I'm reading from a dictionary. What would you have done if Natasha found out, killed her too? That was your plan, to take his place and live happily ever after. He made you think you could deceive Natasha.
That was your plan. Take his place and live happily ever after.
Why? Isn't it good enough of a plan, Mr. Featherland?
No.
It was perfect, even in its imperfection.
Which is?
Ibn's ghost.
Is what?
Please don't take it literally, Mr. Chicken. I'm not talking about spirits. When Ibn died, I didn't just take his place, but also his role. He himself, his essence, if you will. Yeah, though I guess that's too much for you to understand.
So you mean Ibn's here with us even now?
He was here all along. Don't you get it? I am Hobart Ibn Wessler.
I must get serious, because looking at the gun in Wessler's trembling hand, I'm afraid I don't have much time. Albert is a cruel psychopath, but maybe I can turn that cruelty against him.
Talk shit.
When was the moment you decided to kill him, Albert?
When I drew the last stroke on that fatal painting, Mr. Featherland. When I glanced at it for the last time, and then at Natasha, who was shivering under the weight of my gaze.
You simply fell in love with her? End of story?
Not in the slightest, Mr. Featherland. Love is, just chemistry. What I felt was more than that.
Everybody thinks that, Albert. But we all feel the same. We're just fools.
No, Mr. Featherland. Not at all. At that moment, I knew what I was gonna do. I knew that the world was coming to an end if I didn't do it. It implodes on itself and ceases to exist. I couldn't let that happen. I couldn't.
Let him have her, right? You simply wanted her for yourself.
I wanted her for ourselves, Sonny. I was him by then. He just didn't know it yet.
What? Boy, you was crazy. Deranged. What did you do that made Ibn get you locked up? Do you think you can explain everything with your insanity? You gotta play off his cruelty. You're just a cheap copy. You know that, right? Oh my, it's gonna get you shot. You engaged leading everyone by the nose, didn't you? You enjoyed. And nobody give a fuck about it. He enjoyed it. You gotta talk about his cruelty.
What did you do that made Ibn get you locked up?
That's a sharp-turn, detective.
It just came to me, you know? Where did it all start? Where did all the hate and jealousy come from?
Jealousy? What are you talking about?
Oh, come on, Albert. Alone, locked up at the end of the world, while your brother is one of the most influential figures of Clawville, driving an expensive car, living in a mansion, with the city's most desirable woman in his bed. Why wouldn't you be jealous?
Yeah, Albert was jealous of Ibn. Maybe he still is. But I understand why he did it. Albert was beyond control and dangerous.
What does that mean exactly?
Albert did our mother wrong. Poor old Mom. She never heard her fly. But Albert couldn't take that she was praising his brother all the time while Albert was just an unsuccessful, foolish, poor painter.
What did you do to her, Albert?
Albert killed her. It looked like an accident, but Ibn knew it wasn't. That was the last straw. Albert had to be locked up, and he agreed. He never said no to his brother.
But he never forgot who did this to him either, did he?
Ibn was really good to him. Visited him every week. Did everything he could. Even introduced Natasha in the end.
And that was his downfall.
Both of them, Sonny. And yours, too.
Good question. Little +5. that we two have to die. Cruelty.
Did you hate Ibn or yourself more, Albert?
Albert hated himself the most ever since he was born. He idolized Ibn. But every time his brother stood before him, he saw what he could have been himself if he had enough strength. But he didn't. Albert had always been a coward, a pitiful nobody.
And now?
Finally, there's no more Albert. And no more Ibn either. It's only me, and for both of them, I'm perfect.
Can it be that the fear is making you say these things, Albert?
Stop calling me that.
I have to call you something. What should I call you? What name should I use?
I don't know anymore. I don't.
I'm very close to breaking him. But if I'm too hard on him, I could quickly be signing my death warrant. It's time to dig a little bit deeper and uncover Wessler's wounds.
Bah, motherfucker. I'm trying.
If you still had a spine, you'd put that gun to your own head.
Yeah, you think I wouldn't dare do it? That I don't want to do it? Every damn morning? Why do you think I keep a revolver in my nightstand? Because I'm afraid someone would shoot me? Yeah, there's only one I fear, and that's myself, Mr. Detective.
I don't see it that way, Albert. You're afraid of everything. Even yourself, yes. But mostly of Natasha, of life, of the lie you've built. And yes, even me.
Maybe so. Maybe I am afraid of you because you could easily ruin what I've built at the cost of lives with your ridiculous charade and your bumbling idiocy.
So, why don't you pull the trigger and put an end to it, Albert? Are you afraid to?
You've been a dead rooster for a long time, Santino. You just haven't realized yet that the bullet's already in your stomach and your blood's already gone cold on the floor.
So dramatic. Maybe it's not too late, Albert. Tell her the truth and end this.
No. You can't understand this. She can't either.
She
I killed
know,
Ibn,
bro.
but he also killed me. Can't you see? We're nothing without each other.
You can't be two people at the same time, Albert. Nobody can bear the weight of the sins of two souls.
Ibn loved her. I admired her. Ibn was crazy about her. I've been crazy for a long time. Ibn idolized her, and I hated her. And if there's anything more blind, more devoted, more extreme, and more true than love, it could only be hate, Mr. Featherland. It's an endlessly exciting, thrilling, and warm feeling. And infinitely red. Just like love.
You know you're not going to be able to go through with it, right? That you won't be able to carry the weight. But you still did it. Why?
Yeah, if I didn't kill him and become one with him, Albert would have died, Mr. Featherland.
And the threats? Which one of you was that? Albert or Ibn? Who wrote them? And which one of you killed Deborah?
In my world, Ibn and I are inseparable. Just like love and hate are one and the same. And I hate Natasha so much that I could destroy myself along with her, just so she would die with me. Are you familiar with this feeling, Mr. Featherland?
More than life itself.
You see? We're not so different after all.
You and I have nothing in common, Wessler. You know why?
Why, Mr. Featherland?
Because if I were in your shoes, I would have pulled the trigger a long time ago.
Goodbye, Sonny.
So long, Albert.
Pop. You about to pop my ass? Rusted copper. Okay. Alright, let's see. What's about to happen? I'm scared. shit. Oh, it's Natasha. Gotta be. Hit that frail frame with that thing. Even Wesley Fed. She been new. She been new.
You heard everything.
I heard
You getting signed a
everything.
prenup?
I'm sorry you had to find out like this.
The life insurance paperwork.
Thank you. If it weren't for you...
Yes, both of you would be dead, I know. But believe me, I still thought carefully before firing.
About who to target?
You know, I truly loved Ibn.
But this man wasn't him. You felt it, didn't you?
Maybe I even knew it. I don't know. But I still can't believe it.
It won't be easy to process for any of us.
I'm sorry I dragged you into this. And regarding Molly...
Spit it out, motherfucker.
The cops. But how? How do they know?
I have no idea, Marty.
Do not look at me. I did not call them.
Olivia?
Don't worry, Natasha. They won't lay a finger on you. I promise.
Please, Sonny. You don't need to worry about me.
I don't want to be rude, Sonny, but I'm more worried about us than her. Hello, boss.
Oh,
hello,
shit.
boys.
Now, before you say anything, we can explain.
No need for that, Santino. Monica already told me everything.
Monica?
Hey, boys. What were you thinking? That I would just let you get killed without saying goodbye?
Thanks, Mon. Should we say we owe you one?
You know already, boys. Shoes are my weakness.
Hey, mine too. Of all that's furry, we don't want to hear that. And boys...
yes, boss?
Don't believe you'll get away with it so easily. I want a report on my desk from both of you with all the details. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. It'll all make sense, believe us. Right after I figure out myself what the hell just happened.
What Marty's trying to tell you is that we had good reason to investigate outside the law. But we're sorry.
What happened to you, Sonny? You're sorry? Did you hit your head?
Why does everybody keep asking that?
Why indeed.
So can we go now, boss? Without getting handcuffed?
Don't give me ideas, Santino.
Thanks, boss.
There we go. Case closed.
I don't know if I've ever seen Monica in daylight.
This means she's real, not just a ghost of the police station.
So, you can finally ask her out on a date.
I didn't even hear that.
Ah, look what garbage the wind brought in.
Good God, is this guy everywhere?
Our faithful chronicler.
I swear I'm gonna hang him someday.
What will happen to her now?
I don't know, Marty. I have no idea.
You don't get no slice of the estate. I know that much. Well, you shouldn't anyway.
Oh, man, I totally get you. How the hell did you find your way here, Tim? Always where the trouble is.
Sometimes I think you're the criminal mastermind behind all the dark dealings in this city.
I wish.
I wish too, because then we could legally throw you in jail.
I love your sense of humor, Sonny.
I wasn't joking.
So, where did you get the scoop?
Are you kidding me? The whole city's talking about you. You've left quite the mess behind.
That I admit.
Well, it's a miracle that all of the city's smear sheet journalists aren't here already. Oh, while we're at it, will you give me an exclusive interview?
Clock off, Tim.
Hey!
So, what now? Where to next?
I think I should mourn, right?
You should.
But I don't know what to feel anymore, Sonny.
I understand, Natasha. You know, if you need anything...
Yes, I know where to find you.
See you around, sweetheart.
Ma'am?
Goodbye, detectives.
Leave now, no?
Damn, I wouldn't have thought...
What? Are you waiting for me to change my mind?
No, sir.
Then stop pecking around here.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to leave, shit.
Thanks again, Mon. If not for you, those furheads would have put holes in us.
No wonder, since you put holes in their boss.
Well, actually, that wasn't us.
Then who was it?
Natasha.
Really? I wouldn't have thought it of her. It's a pleasant surprise.
It was for us too, believe me.
Shoot.
Hey, Olivia.
Marty?
I just, wanted to thank you.
For what exactly?
For trying to save us.
I didn't do it only for you, believe me. I loved my job while I had it. Now my employee is dead, so I don't have a job anymore.
I didn't even think of that.
Of course you didn't.
Can I do anything to help?
I think I'll manage. I always do.
Look at that. The mongrel caught himself some big game.
Now he can wag his tail.
Yuck. Please tell me there's gonna be a glorious shootout.
If we're lucky, Marty. If we're lucky. You're a good boy, Bosco. Nice work.
You know, folks, somebody's gotta take care of the real police work while you're tearing up the city.
Sorry for the mess, Bosco, but you know us.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do.
How did you catch them? After the gunshot, I was sure these two would show up. They have a habit of doing that.
They were already in cuffs before then, Sonny. We had the house surrounded. If you could have hung on, maybe nobody would have died.
Hey, a second longer and it would have been us.
That's your story?
Cluck you sideways, Bosco.
Can I leave? Can I get my closing credits? Well, just lead it in.
Please tell.
Gentlemen.
Gentlemen?
We're honestly very sorry it had to end like this.
Yeah, this peacefully.
For myself, I'm glad, gentlemen. I would have sincerely regretted it if we had to shoot both of you, but unfortunately, that seemed to be the only solution to this, rather nasty situation. Fortunately, it didn't turn out that way. Joyful.
Don't think we'll be behind bars for long, chickens. Whistler may be dead, but his empire still won't crumble.
Oh, look at that. He can talk.
In complex sentences, too.
Yeah, or something like that.
Amazing.
Wait.
And what about you, Sonny?
I'll go home and sleep. Maybe for 3 days. I'll try to forget.
I'm sorry I dragged you into this. If there's anything I can do.
I'm not sorry, Natasha. It's better this way. We find out painful truths, but at least we see clearly now, don't we?
Yes, I think you're right. Thank you.
We thank you, Natasha. You saved our lives.
But it was also me who endangered you in the first place, right?
Well, I won't argue about that.
Just one quote, guys. They say you've taken down the whole Wessler Empire. They say...
I say you're full of shit, Tim, and you can quote me on that.
What about him? How the hell did he wind up here?
I don't know, but it's suspicious.
You think someone hired him?
Could be. You? What are you doing here?
I was just driving around. You know.
Trying to feed your grandpa? So? Was it a case? Were you, maybe investigating us?
What can I say, Sonny? Am I busted?
Did someone hire you to follow us?
I just had to keep an eye on you and not get involved. That's all. I admit there were a couple of crazy situations when it was hard not to.
But you managed somehow, right?
A professional's a professional, my friend.
Yeah, thanks. So you won't tell us who hired you, whatever we do?
Unfortunately, I can't, my friend. I made a promise.
You and your promises.
Some people still take them seriously.
You're a real piece of guano. You know that?
Of course. I've learned everything from you, you old fart.
So, here they are, ladies and gentlemen. The Chicken Police. In the flesh.
Damn it, Tim. Drop it and cluck off.
Oh, no, boys. This time, you deserve it.
What the cluck did you say, boss?
Stand up straight and try to look like someone who's glad to be alive.
Yes, sir. We'll try.
Ooh, attention Chicken Police. Say cheese.
Projecting it. Got another one underneath the belt. It's game number 4 if I'm not counting it right. Yeah. Chicken Police. Quit clucking around. He couldn't stand it. His brother demanded. His brother woman ripped out his tongue and his eye.
Bourbon moon hangs in the sky. My man has left with a golden smile. This is so funny.
Good job, man. Good shit.
Can kill me, honey. I'm already dead inside. My body is an empty bottle. Come on, baby, just give us an hour.
Okay, HQ, okay.
I need to feel it. I'm gonna feel it. You make me come alive. I try to run away, but my soul keeps me turning back.
My bad. Not bad. Okay. Oh shit. We got more.
Natasha?
Oh.
You were expecting me, weren't you?
I wouldn't say that, but I'm not surprised.
I just wanted to talk to you.
About what exactly?
You know very well.
What do you think, Natasha? Why didn't she tell me?
Because she loved you.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you, she may have never left the place. Perhaps she'd still be there.
Ah, sheep shit.
We used to dream about falling in love with a nice man who comes and saves us someday. A knight in shining armor. You know, like in the fairy tales.
You got issues.
And how did that work out for you?
She fell in love with a good guy. I didn't. I envy her.
I'm not that good guy, Natasha. But if it's any consolation, she could have found him. Maybe she's living with him right now, somewhere on the other side of the world.
Well, goodbye, Sonny.
So long, sweetheart. Hey, Natasha, you have a light? I've been trying to smoke this sorry-ass cig all day. It's driving me crazy.
Maybe you don't really need it.
Maybe you're right. Maybe.
That boy didn't even read it. 555-2233. I'm about to call it. 2233. Spike Spiegel, for real. Five 2233. I wonder what will happen. But y'all seen it, man. Painted Red Chicken Police, man. Here come that groovy ass beat. Keep it smooth and sweet. Will this be the last time y'all hear it? Because I'm about to straight delete it. Because I defeated it. Last time you'll hear this soothing shit. About to delete this shit up off my shit. Knock it out the park real quick, speed run. Took me a day and a half to get it done. Something like that. Almost 2. But the game is through. So I'm about to do what I do. That's delete it. And move on to the next. What did you expect? You really don't know. It's the variety show. I gotta go. Yeah. That's the end. That's the end. Coming back to you with another banger. Nah, I probably can't even hear.